Hello everyone, how is everybody? Sorry I'm a bit late or either a little bit early, I'm not quite sure. I had to move the time around a little bit. Hello everyone, how is everybody? Sorry I'm a bit late or either a little bit early, I'm not quite sure. I had to move the time around a little bit. Hello everyone, how is everybody? Sorry I'm a bit late or either a little bit early, I'm not quite sure. I had to move the time around a little bit. Let me fix the audio here for just a moment, but hold on people. Okay, let me see if that will work a little bit better. I don't know who is still here. Maybe Monica. Hello, Monica. Michelle was here as well. The other people in the side chat. It is a little bit late, so we might not have as many people left. We'll wait for a few more people to get in the chat. Just a moment. While we wait for a few more people to arrive, I'm going to play a short clip from the stream last night. That was really a classic comedy piece with Botter and I'm Perfect, a lady from California. It was really funny. People were rolling in laughter on the floor, actually rolling. So let me find that clip for you real quick, and we'll play a little short clip until we get a few more people in to get the program started. One moment, let me find the clip for you. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. loved her right away. It was great.
Yes. I love you. I'm a big German Lady and Lolly fan, but that does not mean I will turn against Noodles or well, forget about Noodles, but that does not mean I won't turn against Butter and the King.
No. You don't have to turn against anybody for me,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
I'm not a big Noodles fan, but I do like Butter because it's all about facts, and I like facts. Yep. And I like the King because he's funny and he's sincere.
Well, he's a comedic genius, actually. Yes. I do believe. He really is. Yeah.
But he's not that funny to where I'm going to turn on you. He's funny, but he's funny. So, all right, he's okay.
I think he's funny.
Right? He's not Butter funny. He's not Butter funny.
Nobody's Butter funny. Except Butter.
He's not Butter funny, but he's funny in his own right. And, I don't want his ladies turning on him. That's not fair. His ladies cannot turn on him, Lolly.
No, I don't want his ladies or his friends to turn on him. I just want his mind to get back right to how he was 3 or 4 days ago.
Exactly. Okay? And we're going to support him, Lolly, through his hard times. He's going through something right now, Lolly. My robotic interior insides can feel it. He's going through a robotic interior. I can feel it.
How can we get a reversal back to like 4 or 5 days ago?
You know what? Time heals, Lolly. It heals all wounds. Something's going to happen. It's going to take at least 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks, Lolly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing but time.
Let's not go too crazy. Let's give it 2 weeks, lady, before we go crazy. Let's go 2 weeks, okay?
Well, I've got nothing but time, Miss.
All right. Perfect. I'm on your side, Lolly, but the King needs a chance to make a comeback, okay?
Okay. Well,
I won't turn on the King. I'm on your side, Lolly, but I'm going to give the King a chance.
Okay, let's give him a chance.
Well, I need Butter on my side, though. If I need Butter on my side. If Butter's not on my side, then forget the whole plan.
If Camillo leaves, we are stuck. If Camillo leaves, we are stuck with Noodles, and we can't let that happen.
Well, it's really up to Butter, but I'm just telling Butter. I think Lolly, she is a woman in distress right now, Butter, and I think that might backfire on us because she is a woman, and the woman needs to follow the King. Yada yada yada. Butter, what do you think?
I control this place, and people underestimate me.
I know. That's why I'm following Butter's lead. I don't know. I'm a woman. I'm not a man. I am a woman. So it's up to Butter.
You're right, though, Butter. If the King leaves, all we really have left of any...
Yeah, 2 crying women. What are you going to do with 2 crying women, Butter? Unless you want to be the King, Butter. But if you're going to be the King, you're going to have to show your face.
At least Michelle K. and Anderson Henderson are left, and me and you.
Yeah, that's true. At least if he leaves, Butter, there'll be me and you and Michelle K. and Anderson Henderson. So
don't forget about me. Don't fuck me over.
I'm perfect. The other little princess,
It's up to Butter, but I don't think we should leave the King behind. I think that might bite us in the ass.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I'm willing to give it 2 or 3 weeks, and see what happens. I think,
they say, what's that cliche? Time heals. Time heals
all wounds.
Yes.
So
and
you're thinking that by Thanksgiving, perhaps we might have a better outcome?
That's what I'm thinking. He's got some licks to be wounded, Holly, and maybe only you can do that.
She called me Holly, Butter. She called me Holly. Oh,
no, I said Lolly. I didn't say Holly. I said Lolly.
Okay.
Maybe that was a Freudian slip, but no, I know the difference. I know the difference.
Thank God. Well, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Jody
Well,
said no ultimatums.
I'm sipping out of a mug right now that says love is patient and kind.
Well, I have been accused of being too patient and too kind. So
By who? By who? The devil?
No, not by the devil. By loved ones sometimes, that I'm too nice to people.
Oh, disguised as, yeah. The sweetest rose can be disguised as the devil.
How is it that Noodles turned so unfunny and entertaining in a year's time frame?
Yeah, what happened there, Botter? I mean, he just turned out, and Noodles looks like he's sick or something, or he's aged 10 years in the last year, Botter. What's going on with that?
He's gaining weight too.
Yeah, he really is. He's gotten way out of shape or something. What happened to him doing his training? He was doing weight training for 4 days, and then I never saw a weight again.
Oh, I think it's his size.
Encouraging him.
He thought he could get away with being taller, and then he would figure out his size. You know what I mean? It's a Napoleon Bonaparte syndrome.
Hey, Jennifer Marie, thank you for coming in. Glad to
When
see
I
you.
stopped coming around supporting Noodles, that's when everything went downhill.
Everything went to pot when you stopped, huh, Botter? He needs your guidance, Botter.
Well, what are we going to do? How are we going to solve getting Lolly back together with Camillo? Because I think they're a great team. I just think Camillo needs to learn to support Lolly, and Lolly needs to learn to be okay with his channel. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. The king went astray. He didn't support his queen because he thought he could rule the universe without the queen's support. But he doesn't realize that his queen was a Princess Diana, the princess of the people, the people's princess. He did not realize that he was dealing with the people's princess. He thought he could do it alone.
Yeah.
He can't, Lolly. He can't. He's dealing with the people's princess.
Yeah, that's true. And I was trying to give him as much support and help as I could do.
Yeah, he doesn't realize the more love and support he shows you, the more we want to come in.
Yeah, that's true.
And he lost his way. He lost his way with Camilla. He lost his way with that old wench Camilla. And so now you're still alive. You haven't died. He still has a chance.
What is Camillo gonna do without you, Lolly?
He can't do it without you, Lolly. So you have a chance. You can turn against him, Lolly, and you will have all the fame you want. You can do it without him. You don't need him.
Yeah,
you have the people's support. You have my support. You have Vatter's support. However, you can turn towards your king and love him through all his bullshit, and support him and love him, and try to get him to understand you are the people's princess.
Well, I have been amazed just in a few days here, all the massive support that has come toward me. And
you always had. Shut up, Lolly. You always had that.
I have been amazed, seriously, just in 3 or 4 days. I've been
now you're
50 and 60
stupid.
people.
Don't bullshit the bullshitter. Don't bullshit the bullshitter.
Really, seriously, I had no idea. I really had no idea.
I don't believe that.
I would draw that
then you're blind. Well, then I'm following a blind woman.
Well, maybe
you're
you
blind.
are.
Yes, I am. You have the support. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'm just going to continue on my way and look and see if my king will return.
No. Either way you win, Lolly, you can leave him in your dust, darling. Leave him in your dust.
Well, that's what you're saying. Either way, I'm a winner.
No, you are. And I support you either way. Part of me wishes you would just leave him in your dust. And part of me wishes for true love, because I'm a true romantic.
Well, I don't want to leave him in my dust because I love him perfect.
Okay. Well, then now you have your answer.
Well, I'm going to give it 2 or 3 weeks and see what happens because I believe in love. Perfect.
I believe in love.
Maybe Camillo can use I'm Perfect's wig to be gold dust.
He did a good comedy routine of gold dust before. That's true, Botter. That was a good routine he did.
Yeah. I believe in love, Botter. Do you believe in love, Botter?
No.
We need a robot Botter up here. That's okay, Botter. You don't have to believe in love. We've got enough heart for you, Botter, because we're your friends.
Well, Botter, if it doesn't work out with Camillo, will you be my king?
I believe in hate and anarchy.
Yeah, Botter's on nobody's side. He's just on the side of... He's on nobody's side, but that's why I love Botter. He's totally neutral. He's totally neutral. He would kick me to the curb in 2 seconds. I know that.
I was just teasing, Botter. I knew he'd come out with something like that, hate and anarchy.
But that's okay. That's okay. We need people like that in the world, and we also need true romantics, too.
Out in the Wire said he believes in rock and roll. Botter believes in hate and anarchy. And what do you believe in? Miss Perfect, I'm Perfect.
Oh, God. I believe in a lot of things, and I change my mind every day, so what the hell? It doesn't matter what I believe. I believe in love.
Love and romance.
Yeah. And I also believe in divorce and hell on earth.
I'm Perfect believes in her eyes and mouth.
And every now and then she shows her eyes, her beautiful eyes.
Oh,
She's a beautiful lady.
I'm a mess. Doesn't matter. No. Who cares? I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm not here to be a beauty queen. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to be a beauty queen. I could care shit about that.
Well, I'm glad you came up. I wasn't sure because you didn't have a picture, but I knew I could see you when you turned your camera.
No, I have an old cracked phone, but guess what? My old cracked phone works, and I don't need a new one. As long as it works,
sure.
I don't give a shit.
Jennifer Marie says, "How is a queen a princess? Go to bed, Perfect." No, she's our best guest. Her and Botter are the best guests.
Oh, is she talking to me? Is she? I can't see the site. Is she talking to me?
Yeah, I had told her that you could be the princess, and she says, "Well, how could a queen be a princess?" I don't know.
I don't know. Did I say I was a princess? If I did, I'm sorry. I don't think of myself.
No, I think I said you could be a princess or something.
I'm just a little commoner.
We had picked Perfect to be a concubine in John's.
Oh, we were having fun and joking around.
We were kidding around and joking. Ace Carlson says Meghan Markle is supposed to be Princess Diana reincarnated. Oh, really? I had not heard that.
I don't think we should get too deep with that. We're just having fun on YouTube. We're having fun on YouTube, and I hope the people that are listening join us and have fun too.
Exactly.
And that's all. You can be a party pooper, or you can have fun with us. And I hope everyone has fun with us. It's just funny. I mean, life's so hard. Come on, Lolly. Life is so hard. Whether you have money like you or whether you don't like me, it doesn't really matter. Does it matter? True. We can still meet in the middle and have a good time.
And have fun. That's the motto of my company, the LollyNet company, is we just get together. We like to have fun. Yep.
Exactly. I don't want anything from you but your kindness and sense of humor, and you definitely don't want anything from me but my truth and humor.
Yep. That's why we get along so well, I think.
I mean, we really don't want anything from each other.
That's right. Exactly.
You know.
Yep.
And I'm truthful with you. I'm not on your side. I'm not on John's side. I'm just straight down the middle. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. you know I'm a little bit more on your side. But that's because I relate to you more. That's all.
That's all. Yeah, that's true. But I appreciate you and being upfront and down the line, and you're just telling the truth and what you believe.
Exactly. I don't want anything from you, Lolly.
I know.
I just want your humor and your funniness and your craziness and all that good stuff that goes along with being a character or not a character on YouTube. How am I supposed to know? I don't have the time to dig into your life, and I don't care. You make me laugh and you bring joy to my life, and that's all that I care about. I don't want your money.
People say
I don't want anything.
I appreciate you saying
that. And guess what, Lolly?
I'm funny and quirky, and I like that. And, I don't try to be that way. I'm just that way.
I think you're quirky. And guess what, Lolly? Maybe I have more money than you. Have you ever thought about that?
You very well could. You very well could.
Wouldn't that be the kicker, Lolly?
You're just a beach bum lady, and you probably have 950.
Wouldn't that be a kicker? I'm a beach bunny girl from California that just has a little bit more than everybody else that you're even talking to. How does that sound for you?
Yeah, I would certainly believe it.
Yeah. If you need to borrow money off somebody, Lolly, hit me up on the downside, okay, honey?
Okay, I'll hit you on the DMs or on Twitter or something.
All right. I'm not into all this. Who's got what? I'm here to have a good life and have a good laugh. Have a good laugh. And that's what us wealthy people want, right, Lolly?
We just want to hang out, have fun, get along, have some, some fun with everybody. Hey, Ryberg, good to see you. Love to.
Exactly.
Ryberg said she likes the stories. Well, we tell them up here, Ryberg. I'm glad you could join us. We've got Botter on the panel telling some stories, and he's very scientific and likes the facts. And we also have Miss I'm Perfect tonight. She's more of a romantic, Ryberg, but she also tells the facts.
I'm very romantic, and I'm here to speak up for the king because I don't want anyone disrespecting the king.
Well, that's good. He should have somebody speaking up for him.
Exactly.
But I do want to let everybody know
I don't want anyone to disrespect the king. That's not fair.
He's not blocked from here. If he were to
he's not blocked. He's not.
No, he's not blocked from here. This is the only place he's not blocked from.
All right. Well, then he should come up because he has my support.
Okay.
I won't disrespect him.
Okay. Just wanted to make that clear. So if he goes on and says he couldn't come up here, that is incorrect.
That would not be true. He's got my full support. I will totally back him like a linebacker, and I will have his support. But he needs to be a gentleman and come up and speak his truth.
Right, because there will be no disrespect here to me or to anybody else. I would expect everybody.
No. No, and Lolly would not want. I know my Lolly. She would not want me to, as her fan, be disrespectful to anybody that she cares about, and or even anyone that she cares about and doesn't care about anymore. I will still give a voice to those that Lolly disses, but I will. Lolly needs to at least diss somebody for about a year or two before I diss them. Because
I appreciate you.
I won't do that for you, Lolly. I love you very much, Lolly, but I have too much money to diss that.
Yeah, no, I don't expect anybody to just outright agree with everything I say. I want you to be you.
Yeah, you won't get that from me, Lolly. I'm gonna be myself, and I can be a little pathetic and be a little bit romantic.
Well, you be you.
And sometimes my heart and my brain gets the best of me, and I don't know which one I want to go with. But right now, I'm going to go with the king right now, Lolly. I'm going to have to side with the king.
Well.
Okay, well, that was just a little recap of last night, just to give time for some people to get in the room. Hello, CM Derp. We're glad you stopped by. We thank you. And Missy Lou Patterson, thanks for coming in again. Good to see you back on the chat, in the chat. And we also have, who else do we have in here tonight? We've got Bottom Boy, Lucky. I'm not going to say the rest, but we welcome all people of all persuasions here. So you're welcome here. Good to see you. We also have Michelle Fury, Monica,
and a few other people that aren't really talking yet. But we welcome everybody, and we thank you for coming in tonight. Well, let's see, what's been going on today? Well, things started out in the morning. It was a little bit more positive. There wasn't as much going on all the flaky stuff that's been going on the last few days. But I stupidly unblocked my phone just to see what would happen. I don't know. Everybody was saying that you should give him a chance to talk to you or to call you or whatever. I didn't really want to talk to lying Camillo because I figured he would just lie. But I thought, well, I'll just unblock my phone and see if he texts me or anything like that. Well, sure enough, I unblocked my phone this morning, and less than like about 11 minutes after I unblocked my phone, a flurry of text messages started flying across the phone. And I didn't respond to any of them. I just let him text, and he was actually saying good things and sending little flowers and hearts and little koi fish and stars and little homes and nice little picture icons and things. And he was saying, please talk to me. I love you, and sending me hearts and different things. And this went on for 4 or 5 hours and during the day. And I didn't really respond. I just kind of let it go on to see what he would do. And finally, after lunch, he after 4 hours and he didn't get any response. After lunch, he started up again for about 2 or 3 hours. And finally, about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I punched in one red heart, one singular, okay. And I thought, well, that will give some sort of encouragement to him, because I don't want him to have an emotional breakdown, a full one. I just want him to hopefully, have some sort of positive notion that everything is not lost. And if he will figure out how he can apologize to me, maybe there would be something where we could have some talks and get past all this crap in the last 4 or 5 days, like some of the people were encouraging me in last night. So I gave him one red heart, hoping that might make him think that there might be hope if he could figure out how he could make an apology. But that was probably not the best idea, because he went on his chat and made up a bunch of different other stories. I don't know. It's just like I seriously think he's still in a mental breakdown, because in one way he was saying all these nice things to me on the texting, but in another way then he went back on his shows and started saying the same sort of crap that he had been saying for the last 3 or 4 or 5 days or whatever it's been. So I don't know. I think he's either turning into a lunatic and he's having some sort of psychiatric issue or psychiatric problem all of a sudden. I really don't know. It's like his personality has changed all of a sudden, and he doesn't know, to mix in fabrications and lies with other kind of stories of events that have occurred. And he doesn't know mixing in the things that are untrue with partially true things. That's not how you're supposed to do it. So I'm really not sure what's going on with that. Not sure, but I guess we'll see. We did see a couple cute things on Twitter today. The lady over at Katie's Corner, she did a real cute video today about the many faces of Mr. Camillo, and she's got him in some real cute cartoons and made a 5-minute video where she's got him in all sorts of different holiday cartoons with his big face, different some fall cartoons with harvest and Thanksgiving turkeys and pumpkins and whatnot. I have the link for that if you want to look at it. It's in the description, and it's real cute. You might get a kick out of it if you have a chance to look at that. Yeah, breakups are always hard. That's true, you know. AJ Nason, thank you for coming in. You know, I was trying to just let it go, but then so everybody last night was saying that you should talk to him and people, you know, you need to talk to each other. I really wasn't going to talk to him at all, or even unblock him ever. But I was trying to give it a chance to give him a chance to apologize. But he's real adamant that he did nothing ever whatsoever wrong. So, you know, if he didn't want to apologize, I don't really want to talk to him at all. So, okay, AJ Nason said he seems to think you're 63 years old, not 34. You portrayed. Maybe if you two would be able to share photos, there would be a chance. Well, there's a difficulty there because due to my job and my security clearance, I do intelligence work. I can't share a photo before we actually meet. And he's well aware of the job I have, and he has known for the entire year that I would not be able to share a photo with him. Okay? So he's known that all along. And he knows that when we do meet, there will also be security there with me. And at the time we meet, he'll have to meet with the security people and be vetted briefly in a 15-minute briefing or whatever. And then at that time, once he identifies with them, then he'll meet me and we'll all meet in a meeting and everything will be vetted out. And then we can go on out to dinner and everything will be fine. And we'll have security with us all the time we're together. They won't be right on top of us, but there'll be security with us. I have a 3-man security detail that's with me all the time when I'm out in the public due to the security work that I do. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, I don't look like a giraffe. I look like a pretty young blonde lady. And as far as the age, these different ages that are being given out, all I can say about that is the 63 number is not correct. I'm going to be 35 in January. There's all these different numbers. If you talk to all these different people that claim they know how old I am, none of them are really correct. I'm not sure. There's one. I've seen one person that doxed out the correct people. The lady, there's the information that was found from Washington, D.C. that had the correct date and the correct birth date. But I've only seen that once or twice. Because there's been so many different doxings and claims and different persons. We have a lot of different people in my family with similar names. And the first 2 or 3 ladies that tried to do the doxing didn't do a very good job. Everything got kind of messed up and jumbled, and it's like a big fucking mess, basically. And AJ says, true lolly security intelligence for our country should always come first. I thank you for your service. Well, thank you. I try to do the best I can. You know, I'm a girl. I couldn't really go and do fighting or anything, but I do have some intelligence, a lot of education. So, you know, I have done a lot of contractual work for a couple different agencies, and I try to do the best I can to support the armed forces and the intelligence agencies and anything, you know, any work I can do for those people to make them more secure and help our country. And, you know, if that means that the man that I love has to wait to meet me and, you know, all we're supposedly doing the first time we meet is going out to dinner. Yeah, have you ever gone on a blind date, AJ? It's something like that. It's something like he's only agreeing to go on a blind date. We're gonna go to a restaurant, we're gonna eat. If he doesn't like me, he can say, well, thank you, this was a pretty good meal. Nice meeting you, Lolly. See ya. See ya on YouTube. Bye. What is all the fuss about? You know, really, AJ. Can you imagine what the fuss is about? I don't really get it. If he doesn't like what I look like, if I don't seem like the person he's been talking sweetly to at night for a year, then he can just go on his way. He can pound sand and leave. You know, I'm not going to be offended. Not at all. But I don't believe that's going to happen. What's going to happen, he's going to hold my hand. He's going to look at me and look in my blue eyes, my piercing blue eyes. And he's going to turn me around and put his arm around me, and he's going to kiss me, and everything's going to be all right then. And this is all going to be a bunch of foolishness. You know, he's not going to ever take loose of my hand. And we're going to walk away happy and in love. And that's all that is going to need to happen. But that's just the lady last night, perfect, said just give it a couple weeks and let him heal and get to the point where he realizes he's either going to have to accept what he wants or say he don't want it anymore. And if his pride is going to keep him from apologizing, then he's going to lose out on something very special. And that's going to be his loss. And I'm going to be very saddened. But I've gone through a lot in my life, and I can be very saddened again. I certainly can. Oh, that's nice. What we went once on a blind date. I took her out to an all-you-can-eat buffet. They kicked her out after the 5th helping, but we've been happily married ever since. Well, that's lovely. That's a cute story. I love it. So sweet. Yeah, I mean, blind dates used to be all the rage, right, AJ? I mean, people used to do that all the time, and many people ended up getting married from a blind date. And essentially, that's what we're talking about here. It's a blind date. And I'm just happen to be in the sort of work and the sort of job where I can't reveal a picture of myself beforehand. So it's essentially a blind date, which isn't a big deal, really, in most circles and in years past. So if you can't bring yourself to be going on a blind date, then I wish you luck and all the best, and I hope you have a lovely life. But I love the man, and I just hate that you can't go on a blind date. You know? Hmm. Seems an awful shame. Awful shame. Trying to see what else was going on around YouTube today. I know I went over and was on Anderson Henderson's stream for a little while this evening. We had a fun over there. He had the Dark Knight, that guy who plays Batman in this Batman suit. He might be over here in a while. I sent him a link. I'm not sure if he's still up. It is rather late. He's recently come back to YouTube. He had taken a sabbatical for a month or so, but he started doing streams. If you ever see him up live, you might want to take a chance to go and look at his stream. He streams all the time, sometimes in the mid-morning or the evenings, like around 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern time. And he's a fun show. He usually has a couple panel guests and stuff like that. But he has all kind of different topics and talks about movies, television, general things every day to day about what's going on around YouTube. I like to go by and visit with him. I think I stayed over there about 2 or 3 hours tonight. We had a lot of fun and laughs, and it's a good thing to go by and visit. Really interesting over there. Which YouTube channels do you like to visit, AJ? Everybody can ask questions, or you can join in the side chat and talk, or if you have a topic you want to talk about and bring up, we could sure talk about it tonight. It's kind of more of an open chat tonight. What about you, CM Derp? What have you been up to today? Did you have a good day today? How about you, Bottom Boy? What have you been up to today? Hello, UC Boss. Welcome to the chat. I'm sorry, I was having trouble with my audio. Good to see you. How are you doing? Glad you could stop by. We were just talking about they had a real cute Twitter cartoon today by Cutie's Corner. I've got the link in the description where she did a cartoon about all the faces of Mr. Camillo in the kind of the holiday themes, where she's got him in like a little cartoon with the pumpkin and a fall turkey and different autumn leaves. It's really kind of cute. She's a very talented cartoonist or collagist. I'm not sure how she's making the cartoons, but it's pretty good. It's real cute, and she's got a little song with it. How have you been doing, UC Boss? I haven't seen you in a little while. The other thing everyone was really kind of surprised by, it was only yesterday that Lion Camillo put out that sappy farewell video where he kind of copied off that wrestler Shawn Michaels. Everybody said, not me. A lot of the guys that are familiar with wrestling said that Shawn Michaels used that phrase that he lost his smile, and he put a video out yesterday morning that he had lost his smile and he wasn't going to be able to smile anymore. So, he was quitting YouTube. Quitting YouTube, folks. That's kind of like a common phrase around here when everybody kind of cowards out and has to decide that they're going to quit YouTube. Quitting YouTube, folks. And he put in there that he had lost his smile. And the joke yesterday was going around and said, well, Lolly, do you feel bad that you made Lion Camillo lose his smile? He lost his smile. And I told him, well, no, I didn't really feel too bad because, he really didn't lose his smile. He lost his Lolly fucking Cunningham's what he lost. It's because of his own damn fault. The man doesn't know how to stand up and be a man and apologize when he does something wrong. It would have just been a simple apology and just say, you know what, I did something wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And all of this stuff could have been avoided. And we wouldn't have had to go through 4 or 5 days of his crazy mental breakdown and his crazy run of bashing and slander and acting out. I've been really worried for his mental health and his depression he's been gone into. I've been worried that, that he might do something or, I don't really want to say too much, but he does take medication for depression and he's had problems with depression in the past. And I don't want him to get into the point where, he could do something to hurt himself. I'm really worried for his mental health. So I'm hoping that his emotions might settle out, but seems like he just is getting worse and worse as the days go on. Now today, he did, send me some text messages. The ladies in my group, they wanted me to talk to him. And so I unblocked him on my phone and he did send me a bunch of text messages and I sent him one heart and then everything blew up after that. And he got all angry and this and this and that and that. And I ended up having to block him out again, go ahead and block him back out. And he's turned into a huge tirade again. He couldn't handle even talking to me just on text. on the text messages. So I had to block him. I don't think I'm going to be able to unblock him. I'm just going to have to leave him blocked, and it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Because he just, even me sending him one simple text heart put him into a frenzy. And then I didn't respond back because he was starting to be abusive on the text messaging, just like before. So I think maybe he needs to get in maybe for some counseling, a mental health counselor to see and talk to, because he obviously maybe needs a little bit of somebody that can talk to him and give him a little bit of counseling about what he's going through, because he's hurting inside and he needs some time to heal, because we were seeing each other for a year, and it's a long time, and I'm hurting inside, but I'm a little bit more mentally stable than he is, because like I said, he's had a history of psychiatric problems and does take some medication for that. So I'm hoping he's still taking his medication. I don't, know for sure. It's just him and his daughter that live together. But I'm hoping that he'll be okay. Hello, York, Axmail, Oxmail. I don't know why you think it's fake drama and you're yawning. If it's that boring for you, why are you even here? We don't do anything fake here, York, I can assure you. But anyway, I'm hoping that he'll start to feel better as the days goes on, because I'm not going to be having any further contact with him at all. And I think that's probably the best thing for his own good, because I'm just going to go back further like what I was doing before, not having any further contact with him and moving forward in my positive and optimistic direction. Next, as I say, because I don't give a fuck about it. And I'm just going to go on and have a happy holiday season and go on in with my work, with my art. And I'm going to get started working on my food program for the holidays for Thanksgiving. Because our goal with the Thanksgiving food card program for the needy families across America is to give out food cards for the Thanksgiving meal to approximately 5,000 families. So that's a lot of families. So we're identifying the families, getting them. I think we're going to be doing Texas, Alabama, and Georgia are the 3 states we're doing for Thanksgiving. Texas, Alabama, and Georgia. So we're trying to get all those families picked out and get the cards picked out for the grocery chains in those 3 states, so we can get the proper cards picked. And I think we're going to be doing $100 cards, which is usually enough for a big family of 4 to give plenty of things for the Thanksgiving meal, even if they have a couple of guests as well. So I'm looking forward to working on that project, because as I did last year, I take off the 3 months, the winter months of November, December, and January as my winter vacation from winter holidays, from my regular part of the year that I do more of my other business, my book publishing and other family of companies that I do my other work with. So I'm going to be working on now on my art and my charitable planning and my food program and my other philanthropic activities. I'm going to try to see if I can give away more money than I gave away last year in 2020, which is 1.3 million. I'm trying to get to where I can get to 1.5. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm going to have to ask the accountant. But I think I'm close to where I'm going to be able to. That's why I'm planning to do 3 states for Thanksgiving, and probably more than 3 for Christmas. So I'm trying to hit up over 1.5 to make a record for that. That's my goal for this year. Now, we might do a little bit of Q&A if anybody has a question, if anybody has anything you wanted to ask about. I'll be glad to take a few questions before we finish up. if anybody has anything. Hey, Jill. How are you doing, Miss Jill? Please consider doing an ASMR channel. I think that would be you do great. Well, thank you, Jill. Someone has said that to me before. Well, Jill, will we have time? You want to come up for a few minutes? I'm getting ready to close out. You want to come up for 5 minutes and say hello? I'd love for you to. It'd be fun. Do you have 5 minutes? And your voice is so soothing that we'll have 2 soothing babes up here. How about it? Have you been doing okay? You always like to take those colder months when it's holidays, and I'm feeling fun about the holidays and do my fun stuff there. Oh, you getting ready to go to bed? Okay. Well, maybe another time. I'd love to have you up sometime. I really would. Well, are you ready for Thanksgiving, Jill? Yeah, sure. Next time would be great. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Do you like the holidays, Jill? Yeah, so we're planning to do like probably 5 different states for the needy food programs for right before Christmas to help with the Christmas celebration dinners. And then in January, of course, we're going to go into 2022, and we generally will go ahead and get into our regular monthly food program where we give out the needy family food cards. But what we do on that is we pick like 5 states and we rotate states, go state to state and hit 5 states each month and pass out the cards to usually the families in 5 different states, and just rotate the states and go around the country and give away the money in each state as we go along. So that way we can hopefully help supplement the families that are in lower socioeconomic groups who might receive food stamps or SNAP benefits, sometimes they're called. But I don't really believe that they are getting enough of them. They've been cutting back and back on them. So through my foundation, it's a privately funded foundation, just funded by me. It's based off of the profits I get from my book publishing corporation, and I funnel those down and have those that are my funds that I put into my foundation. I don't take any donations or anything for it. It's a privately funded foundation, and I give the money back out to the families that are in need to help feed children and their families. And so that way I can try to pass forward. I've been really blessed and have more money than I'll be able to spend in my lifetime. So I'm trying to make sure other families and children, small children, have the food that they need. I've identified 3 different groups that I try to help, and one of them being children, and families that are in need of food. The other one are military veterans that need other supplies that the VA isn't providing to them. I picked some of those veterans out and am providing other supplies and equipment that might not be being provided by the VA. And the third one are family members of veterans and service members, and perhaps their children that might need scholarships or funding to help them go to school or college. We have a program that where we can provide that, and we do that also. And those are the 3 major categories where I do try to help. others with some of the money that I have been blessed with. And I like to try to pay it forward and help others with that. Yeah, Jill, I try to do what I can. I just really do. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jill. It's just all your voice is relaxing. No joke. I get told that a lot, Jill. And thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, it makes me feel good. And we also at Christmas, we have a special Christmas party thing where we have sets of children and we do 2 Christmas parties, usually at a library. In the first party, Jill, we have the children come in and write letters to Santa and ask for whatever things they want. We take all the letters and we go out and we buy every freaking thing on the list, like 3 or 4 things that they want. And we wrap up all the packages and we have another party a week later. And with Santa brings all the gifts. And then the children open their gifts and it's all the stuff they had on their list. And these are lower socioeconomic children that might not ever get much that they put on their list. And we're talking where we have a special program through Apple. And we told them if you want an iPad or something like that, write it on your list. Well, last year we gave away about 179, I think it was, iPads. And these are small children, elementary children that were needing, they're trying to teach them on computers and iPads. And we gave away a bunch of iPads that Apple gave us a real great price on them, since it was for a children's type thing to give to children. And those children, when they're opening those gifts and it's the stuff they asked for, just the looks in their faces, it was so rewarding just to see them, Jill. It was just so great. It's really fun and it's rewarding. And I just enjoy getting to do it for the kids. Exactly. Yep. Well, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and close out for tonight. It is rather late, and we're going to let Jill go to bed. I think she's tired. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in, and I appreciate you all, and I thank you so much. And we'll probably see you guys tomorrow night. And thank you so much. Thank you, Jill, for coming in. I know it was late. Maybe another time we'll get you up on panel. It would be real special if I could get you to come up on panel. I'd really appreciate it. Well, thank you for everybody for coming, and everyone have a good night, a safe night, and I hope everyone will have a happy holiday season. Goodbye. Night, night. Bye-bye.